Hello and welcome! Let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, the third volume. Of course, it is with spoiler alert, so if you haven't watched the movie, stop the video, go and watch the movie and come back and continue watching the video. So the movie was actually pretty fun. I mean, that's what you're expecting from Guardians of the Galaxy, so it is really a fun movie. Like the first one and the second one, it was very fun movie, very amusing and very nice to watch. But I must say, before I watched the movie, I saw the trailers and the posters, and like the posters, Rocket had tears in his eyes, and like, okay, we knew that something it is about the Rocket, but I had really this feeling that they're going to kill Rocket at the end of the movie when I watched these posters. And I was somehow like very sad and very mad about it, that, oh my god, they're going to kill Rocket. And I was really hoping that it doesn't happen, and at the end of the movie I was so happy that it didn't happen. So the whole movie was about Rocket. It was about what happened that he became Rocket, which was very interesting. It had more story in general in this movie, but it had more backup stories compared to the other Guardians of the Galaxy, that I find it really good. And I enjoyed like going through the whole story. There was a evolutionary master that he was like doing experiments on animals and on different races to try to make like a perfect world with a perfect race, and like an intelligent one but a peaceful one and these things. And Rocket was one of the case studies. So the movie was full with animal cruelty that was really sad. Yeah, at some part of the movie your heart is really getting like compressed. At least for me it was like this. But of course it was interesting to see. A very interesting thing is that Gamora is alive. So this brings a big question mark. Actually, they said that she came from the past, so we know that she died in a way that Black Widow died, so on this cliff, because of one of the Infinity Stones. So does it mean that, I mean, please tell me if I'm wrong, or if you have more information, write it in the comment. For me, it is not clear. So does it mean that actually she is then, like the Black Widow is also going to be alive, just like at some point coming back from the past with a different character? Is it going to be like this? It is really something that for me was not clear. It was interesting that she's back, but I didn't get so much information about it from the movie. Maybe in the next movies they're going to like elaborate it more, but this really brings a big discussion. Like it's really questions like all of the deaths that happened, or like at least the Black Widow's death. Is she coming back? Is she not? So what do you think about it? Just like write in the comment. And in general, it was very nice to see that everyone were caring about, not about Groot, everyone were caring about Rocket, even Nebula, all of them were really caring about, even Rocket, even like Gamora coming from past at the almost not end of the movie, but like toward the end of the movie, she starts to really care about Rocket. So this like, can I call it solidarity? I don't know. It is just like this unity that they had was very nice. The thing that they were like supporting each other. It was very nice to see. Something which was somehow for me like a question mark was the fact that, okay, maybe a flashback is good, because in the first movie, I guess it was, that Groot was almost destroyed, and then a baby Groot came out, and then it took a while until he became his like full-size Groot. So at the beginning of this movie also, Groot was destroyed, but then like the next scene he was again a full-size Groot. So this was somehow inconsistent. I don't know, maybe the situation was different, I don't know, but it was somehow like inconsistent with the previous movie, with the first movie at least, in this manner. And we're seeing at the end of the movie that Groot starts to talk and says, I love you guys. So it was a very, oh my god, even like in the cinema, everyone were like so shocked, and everyone were like, oh my god, he talks. It was very cute. And at that moment, I was very like happy to see that he's like really like talking, but I don't know how would I feel about it, because I mean Groot is like with I'm Groot, very very like recognizable, you know what I mean? So for me, seeing that Groot starts to really talk, it would be really a new chapter. Maybe with the whole thing that now that Peter gave like Rocket the like the ship to become a captain of the ship. Maybe this is really like opening a new chapter, and like that's why Groot also starts to talk. But yeah, it is somehow like for now, right now that I'm thinking, I hope that Groot goes back to I'm Groot part, but we will see. Maybe in 1 month I think differently. But now that I talked about Rocket being a new captain of the ship, so spaceship, so actually I don't know if it is going to be a temporary thing, because Chris Pratt, like Peter said that he wants to go back to the Earth and like finds his destiny, and he's back to the Earth. So the question is that, is it going to be like for a short time and then something happens and then they pick him up, or it is going to be more permanently? Because let's be honest, we lost Captain America, Chris Evans, as Captain America. We lost like Robert Downey Jr. We lost Scarlett Johansson in between. So I don't think I can like tolerate also losing Chris Pratt. So I really hope that at least, I mean, I still hope that these amazing actors and actresses just like come back at some point to Marvel Universe. But I think at least for Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt is also very important, and I really hope that this like change, it is just a temporary change and it's not just like a permanent change. And there's a scene that they're all like coming out of this spaceship and like in colorful spacesuits, and it's so much reminded me of Among Us. This is the Among Us, if you don't know what is it. So it was very interesting like reminder, although it doesn't have so much to do with it, but it was nice to see it. So in this movie also they updated the playlist with a new playlist, and somehow it had the 2000 songs, and it was a little bit like more updated. I think for me this movie is somehow connected or with the movies, like with the musics from 70s 80s. This upgrade was somehow very new to me, and it didn't like snapped this felt like it didn't bring this felt of nostalgia that generally with listening to these musics you would like with the musics of Guardians of the Galaxy you would get. Maybe it's going to be a new nostalgia for the next movies, but I would really prefer if they would stick to this like 70s 80s musics. And for a minute, let's talk about the new guy, the not new guy, but the Warlock. First of all, what was this makeup? It's just like a makeup like the very, very first superheroes for like 50s or 60s. I don't know. Like the makeup was very, very basic, and he had not so many. He was not fulfilling so many purposes to be in this movie. I mean, okay, at the end he saved Chris Pratt, which is okay. Now he would be okay then to stay in the movie, but still I feel like he could play a bigger purpose, but he didn't. So he was just there, like when the other people were like doing their stuff, he was also parallelly going with the story. So it was somehow like it would be also okay if he would not be in the movie, right? And let's talk about the very, 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 very last part of the Marvel movies that always or most of the times another Marvel character is playing a short role in it or these things. This time nothing happened. So of course everyone at the cinema were so disappointed that no other Marvel character had an appearance in it. And of course I was also one of the people who were wishing that someone comes, maybe Thor, because like Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor, they have this like connection. But yeah, no one came. But at least I should say that the good thing is that no one special died in this movie, and this is really good for Marvel because recently Marvel is killing like all of the good ones. Still, I'm talking about Avengers. But yeah, that was very, very positive that no one died. But in general, I must say that this movie was really one of the best Marvel movies. Still not as good as Avengers. Still, I'm not saying this was like the best, but it was really at the category of one of the best movies. And the story was nice, the involving was nice. It's never overstaffed. That's like the amazing thing that Marvel is always doing. It is full with characters, but you don't feel like it is overstaffed. And I would say this is a talent. And it was very, very entertaining, and although it was long, until the last minute, I was so involved with the movie. That was not a single time that I say that, oh my god, I'm bored. I hope that the movie finishes. That at some movies, we're seeing this like sinusoidal feeling that we're having, that, oh, it's so interesting, oh my god, I'm bored. But in this one, we didn't have this. At least I didn't have it. So it was really fitting to my taste, let's say, and so many people who were also I've seen in the cinema. In general, it was a very good movie. I totally suggest that if you like it, go and watch it. I would definitely go to watch for the second time even. And yeah, I am sure I'm going to enjoy it again, and I hope you're going to enjoy it again. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and activate the bell. If you like, write a comment. See you in the next video. Bye!